Hi, this is John O'Brien with California Credence at californiacredence.com. I want to say thank you to those that stay in touch with me via cell phone, text, email, those folks that did due diligence to look me up on our California Credence website. I appreciate your input, and I also appreciate the encouraging comments, but what I mostly appreciate is how much feedback I get from you guys on ideas that you have that I can integrate into mine, because this is a shared learning community. I don't know everything, so I just share what I know, and then I start collecting wisdom from you all out there. So a quick thank you and a shout out. I'm gonna make this video real short, so if I gloss over some things and you have questions, feel free to contact me. But in this situation, this is a case where we have what's called a microphone split system. Seismic makes one where it's like a snake, a box, and then there are two leads that are coming out of it. One goes to the front of house and one goes to your mixer that you use when you're at smaller gigs. I've heard that those inputs are very unreliable, and I don't like surprises. I need something that's very solid and very hardy. And that's where the Behringer M8000 comes in. These are microphone splitters, and what it'll do is one input goes to two inputs. There's a ground lift for each one of these. So that's pretty nice. It gives you some more control over your electronics and the noise level. And also what it does is it will allow you to route, by the way, each one of these is $100. So I have two, it was $200. So I only need 16 channels. And all I do is, if you imagine there are two mixers, one would be your mixer that you have for your gig, which would be this mixer. I have two UI-24Rs here. The top one would, imagine this is us. The bottom one would be like, say, the mixer of a casino, which would be a large mixer with a bunch of, digital or analog faders and all that stuff. But let's just imagine this is the front of house of some casino or a festival. So at any rate, what you would do is you would take all your instruments and plug them into the front here. Now I have a legend, a piece of paper that I worked out. Channel 1 is this, channel 2 is that, drums on channel 11, whatever. So I have that legend. So then I just take my numbered cables here and I just plug them in to our sound system. And so it runs just like our sound system, as if we were doing one of our private events with our friend doing mixing or me doing mixing from behind the keyboards. Now, the cool thing about that is, while that has that system go into our mixer, the sound man gets their own set, and I give them my legend saying channel 1 goes to this, channel 2, channel 3, and then they'll know exactly what's routed where. And sound men at casinos and events and festivals are totally familiar with these split systems, and they're very happy to see them. That's the feedback that I get from them. So it's actually very cool. So the type of situation you'd use it in is maybe a casino where they have any type of situation where there's a sound man that's not you. So in that case, you can retain everything that you have that you're familiar with. Your in-ear monitor mix, all of your stuff is just like you were playing a small event. Now, this has a audio interface integrated in it. So does the XR18. And so then, okay, well, I'm running backing tracks through my mixer. Now what do we do? So what you do is you route that backing track, let's say backing tracks, bass backing tracks. I'm gonna route it to my AUX number 8, okay? And I route that, and then I take the main fader on that auxiliary channel, and that's the energy I'm gonna give the sound man. So then I get an XLR cable. The XR18 has a 1/4 inch out, so you'll have to get a 1/4 inch to XLR. And then you just plug it into this thing here, and then make sure if it's going into 14, for example, don't plug 14 in here because you're already getting that in your in-ears. If you have right, left, front of house backing tracks, you can plug them into 15 and 16. Set your main fader mainly, maybe to unity on your auxiliary outputs. And then what this is going to do is you don't have to do any adjustments to your band members on stage. The front of house sound man can do whatever they want with your mix. You don't have to worry about any of that. And you tell the sound man, they'll be like, hey, don't worry about it. we don't need to go through sound check. We do have to go through sound check, but you don't have to worry about our in-ears or our monitors. We got all that taken care of. Soundmen are kind of used to that. They're seeing that more and more, and they're like, cool, they feel good about that. Anyway, split system, if you're using a soundman other than yourself, makes things a lot easier, lets you retain your settings and have more control, and lets the soundman doing the front of house have all the control they want, so everybody's happy.